You're gonna need a lot of leashes for your kids.
My mom said I was very... They like that.
Oh, don't make it a moment.
A-list celebrity Selena Gomez went from being everybody's high school crush to now licking the dirty feet of a homeless person. What the fuck happened? I don't care who you is. I know we can all agree when I say that. Ain't nobody wanted to see this. Even if you're a girl watching this video right now, like the biggest girl gooner out there, I know we're all in agreement when I said that there's a huge difference between seeing Henry Cavill getting his feet kissed and getting someone who could be mistaken for a crackhead getting his dirty feet kissed. Smash like and subscribe if you also need one of these. But what exactly caused Selena Gomez to humiliate herself for a YouTube video? Well, it all started with Lil Dicky and Selena's husband, Benny Blanco, who thought it would be an amazing and innovative idea to start a podcast. Because we definitely don't have enough of those guys. I mean, I'm gonna be real here, guys, but I'm sick and tired of this inflation of podcasts where you got people who are good at one thing, whether it's singing or rapping, or even worse. Sometimes you get people who are good at nothing who get their 15 minutes of fame by, I don't know, going viral for making a joke about spitting on a hot dog from Costco, like the Hacktard 304.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
But you've got these random celebrities, or even worse, these talentless bums who got famous for making jokes about spit on BBC. Starting podcasts left and right because they thought to themselves, oh, because I'm good at rapping or because I'm good at choking on glizzies, that must mean I'm a very interesting person with a lot to share with the world. And yes, I did call the Hacktard girl a 304 because her podcast flopped so hard that she recently just launched a softcore version of an OF in order to milk the remainder of her fading relevancy, I guess. But the reason as to why I bring up the Talk to a podcast is because both the Benny Blanco and Lil Dicky podcast and the Talk to a podcast feel like slop. But don't take it from me, let's do a quick comparison.
You ever had to shit at a man's house?
Yeah, I just shit. I don't even try to hide it.
Okay.
She's hot to spit on that thing. I'm hot to
Just shit on that thing.
Like, what the fuck am I watching? It genuinely feels like I'm watching a slopcast, not a podcast. But don't worry, guys, because surely Lil Dicky and Benny Blanco's podcast will serve as a high-quality palate cleanser.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drill into the wall.
What's the rules for gas,
Oh,
pissing?
please. Do whatever you want. Okay, the whole goal here, this entire home is
Wait,
just
see if you guys can pick this up.
Brother, you already look like a musty, crusty, homeless bum crack addict. But now you're telling me that this guy might actually be a musty, crusty, homeless bum crack addict? And by the way, what the f-
I like that.
That was just a little.
Yo! What the fuck is that? Brother, are your- Oh, I don't even want to call him brother, to be honest. Bum-ass, are your feet undergoing late-stage necrosis or some shit? Why does it look like you've got COVID-26 on them 30 feet? Oh, hell nah, this is not helping with his PR at all. You already have so many people wondering how Musty Blanco pulled Selena. And I used to be initially of the camp, hey, let a man have his game. Maybe his personality is S tier.
Pick this up.
But after watching this, even I'm starting to wonder how this homeless goblin pulled Selena. And keep in mind that Benny was acting this crusty inside of Lil Dicky's house, not even his own crib. And look, I know these two are very close friends, but you know what? I don't care. That's disrespectful as fuck, bruh. I don't care if you're my best friend. If you're out there literally farting, literally sharding on my couch, and you're infecting my floors with your COVID-riddled dirty feet that clearly look like they step on a pile of shit, we might not be friends no more. In fact, we might have to fight. Smash like and subscribe if you agree. I do want to apologize really quick for losing my temper there for a second, but getting farted on by a homeless person...
Pick this up.
It's going to make anyone crash out. But Benny's dirty feet that are clearly undergoing late-stage necrosis gives us some much-needed context as to why Selena pulled up on the very next episode. A lot of people actually noticed Benny's dirty feet, which is actually no surprise at all because he was literally flaunting his feet and violating the viewer's eyes in the very first minute of the podcast. But the news regarding his cancer feet went so viral that it prompted Benny to get his wife Selena to come on the next episode of the podcast, where it genuinely feels like she went on a mission to prove that her husband has clean feet or something.
I can exist with still wanting kids.
I think it can because
I'm terrified.
you know what they say in every freaking movie or book. It's like you're never prepared for it. It just happens.
Yeah, like for me, the thing on kids is
They should be leashed.
Let me... What?
no, I want kids so bad.
You're not putting your kid on a leash.
You're gonna need a lot of leashes for your kids.
My mom said I was very... They like that.
Oh, don't make it a moment.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I like...
Sister, you're the one who made it a moment. Well, you guys are out there talking about having kids in the future in your slopcast. You randomly go ahead and kiss your men's foot fungus? Of course everybody's gonna stop talking. Of course your husband's gonna comment on it. If I'm having a discussion with my friend at the gym and we're talking about, you know, my squats PR, and then his girlfriend randomly comes in and sniffs his armpit, I'm gonna stop talking. And I'm probably gonna hit my friend with the rock sasai for a second. I'm gonna keep it a bug, but to me, this looks like a desperate attempt from Selena to prove to the world that, look guys, Benny's actually got some clean feet. Look, I love my husband so much much that I'm willing to kiss his foot randomly in the middle of a podcast. But what she actually ended up doing instead is perform a humiliation ritual on herself. Like, I'm gonna be real, guys, but if Selena's goal was to prove to the world that Benny is so clean that she feels comfortable kissing his feet, in that case, she has failed to prove anything. Because we already have evidence of Benny being an unwashed goblin, and we definitely have clear evidence of him acting like a crusty motherfucker in real life. But one thing I do have to give the both of them props for is the fact that this, to me, whether we like it or not, this definitely looks like true love to me. Hey, if you're comfortably kissing your crusty husband's feet like this, that's a sign of real love right there. But since we're already subjecting ourselves to this disgusting diabolical clip right there, let me ask you guys this. You know when feet are involved, people start saying stuff like, for free? Well, I'm gonna be honest here, but when I look at this disgusting clip, I don't feel like saying for free. No, I feel like I'm being owed money instead. I feel like I should be expecting a payment on PayPal any day now.
Fair.
Because I know we can all agree when I said that ain't nobody wanted to see this for free. Smash like if you're also expecting a payment on PayPal. But don't you worry, guys, because their podcast is not like the other podcasts. You see, Lil Dicky and Benny are fully aware of the fact that there is a huge inflation, a huge oversaturation of podcasts. So they came up with an original twist to differentiate their slubcast from the others.
Mom, you're being filmed live on a podcast.
Not live. It's not a podcast. It hasn't started yet.
It has.
Why
it
aren't we
hasn't.
starting?
No. Oh my God, guys. Let's take a step back for a moment. We're not going to jump into a foundational part. Let's talk about what we're even doing.
Okay.
Like this second, or
Like, you know, this is the first time we've ever done this. The purpose of today is to understand what is what, how this thing works. I'm not calling it a podcast. I wouldn't.
look, that thing's falling off the wall.
Sit down and just relax.
Yeah.
Let's just let's just pretend that we're hanging out like we normally do. You never even hang out anymore.
I was going to say,
Are
that's
we
the
gonna
goal.
have to pretend?
No.
No, just sit down and let's just hang out.
That's right, guys. The unique twist behind our podcast is the fact that it's not a podcast. It's just three quirky people trying to figure it all out. And you know what? That's a very interesting angle, to be honest. But unfortunately for these three, for this premise to work in the first place, there are a few things that need to be done right. First of all, it needs to be genuine. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, but while watching this, it genuinely felt like watching three rich theater kids who were given a topic, a theme, and it genuinely felt like they were doing improv.
Should we talk about some vulnerable
Wait, does
things?
anyone even listen to podcasts?
Not a podcast. We'll have to figure out a different word because I don't want it. It's not a podcast. It's so much more than a podcast. I really believe that.
Why don't you just speak directly to the cameras?
I'm not speaking to the camera.
And just tell everybody what it is.
There's not even a word for what it is.
Like I said, guys, I really don't know if I'm reaching here, but to me, this looks really Hollywood coded. It really feels forced. It really feels like they're acting or they were given a script to work with. And honestly, it's giving me pick-me energy. The fact that Lil Dicky keeps saying, it's not a podcast, guys. Stop calling it a podcast, okay? We're different here. The whole, we're just amateurs, guys. We're just trying to figure it all out angle doesn't quite work when the whole thing feels forced, when it genuinely feels like you're acting. And honestly, it feels like you're trying so hard to sell the show to the viewers. Cringe is what this intro, this segment ended up being. Like, there's no way anyone is buying this whole, oh, we're just amateurs, we're just trying to figure it all out angle when you literally have 18 cameras in your room, when you literally have this perfect shot of this painting sliding down as you're talking. No way anyone is buying that as genuine. The whole thing just screams fake and forced. And secondly, word of advice, but in 2026, when you're hosting a new show or a new podcast, nobody wants to hear you complain for 10 minutes straight about how you don't know what you're doing and about how unprepared you are. iShowSped, the #1 streamer, said it best, guys. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Bro, you need to fix your lighting here, bro. It's too dark, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's because
See,
of the
look,
sun. It's because of the sun.
You went live without even checking. That was
No, I did not.
That was the first problem. Before anywhere you at, make sure the shit is right before you go live. Don't be starting stream. Oh, I gotta fix my mic. Oh, bro, they don't want to hear that shit. When the stream starts, they want everything to be set and ready, bro.
True.
And I wasn't even exaggerating about the 10 minutes part. The first 10 minutes of the podcast is literally Lil Dicky complaining about how he doesn't know what he's doing, and it's the three talking about themselves.
Hurt? Now that we have a platform to speak
Politically,
apolitically,
economically.
politically.
Yeah. I think that speaks to most men have some sort of three-dimensional bulge. Like, but how can my bulge be big? I have like a 2-inch at most soft dick.
Not.
I said at most.
Yeah, at most.
Sometimes I have a.
On a great day.
Anyways, enough about that.
You're gonna make chicken?
Yeah.
In my honest opinion, the thing that makes podcasts good is the fact that you're always learning something. Something interesting, educational, something about the guest.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them.
But we're 9 minutes into this slupcast, and the only thing I've learned is the size of Lil Dicky's glizzy. And then they go ahead and spend another 5 minutes cooking chicken or some shit.
When people consume podcasts, they usually watch the clips online and they're really kind of stocky and boring, and there's like a microphone sitting there and the frame sucks. Like, I don't want it to be. Now, if it was up to me, if we were really going to reinvent it the way that I wish I could, everything would look like the zone of interest.
What? No, you've got it all wrong. Usually when people consume a podcast, they've got it running on their earbuds while they're in the subway, while they're working, while they're running. Brother, nobody gives a fuck about Joe Rogan's bald-headed ass when they're watching a podcast. They're watching a podcast for the content, not for the, look at me guys, I'm so goofy, I'm so quirky. We don't know what we're doing, guys.
Everything can get so confusing. And yes, there's mania, there's manic depressive, there's all these different terms. You are not defined by a term ultimately. It's just informative to seek and talk and listen to podcasts or listen to certain things that will actually help you get information.
I just love how Selena was trauma dumping and talking about her mental health for a whole 5 minutes just for Lil Dicky to be like, hey, by the way guys, it's not a podcast. You're right about one thing, Lil Dicky. This ain't a podcast, even though it's branded as one. It's a dookie cast. Smash like and subscribe or you'll be forced to kiss Benny's foot.
Money, 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 money,